Hello, everybody. Welcome to 2024, next Power Hour, first Power Hour of the year. Kind of crazy. So, yeah, we're here. We made it through another year. It's kind of hard to believe. So now we're 6 days into the new year, and who knows? Who knows what this year has in store? But looks like we got a lot of people with us today, and so I decided to change it up in the little ticker at the beginning of the Power Hour because I was like, okay, it's been the same thing for like I don't know how long. So yeah, I invited some of you to share your goals. Those of you who wanted to share your goals for the year. Now, I don't know about you, but I have a lot of goals. But I was just curious what your goals are because they say that if you write your goals down, you are more likely to achieve them. So for those who shared, let's take a look at some of the goals for this year. So, Jonathan released first novel on February 16th. Hey, cool. That's a little bit over a month away. And the second novel before the end of the year. Add in 5 short releases, and those are my writing goals for 2024. Cool. Well, I think you can do it. You can definitely do it. And let's see, we had another one from Lou, and mine would be actually to get back into writing full time and maybe, just maybe, get something out by the fall. Awesome. Awesome. And then Drone Pro setting a goal for today: complete revisions to my thriller novel outline. Awesome. Awesome. Oh, look, we had some more goals coming too. So Bethany, goal is to finish because I got held up in holiday markets with mom and to do better with my life goals like time management, adding more water to the diet, all that good stuff. Yeah, adding more water, that is definitely something that I have to do too. So I'm with you on that one because it's hard. It's like you go through the day and it's like, oh man, I haven't drank any water today. I had some coffee or tea or something, but is what it is. So let's see. Bethany says I quit soda and coffee and alcohol this past year, but I ain't getting rid of the Southern Girl sweet tea. Well, hey, we have to have our little comforts, right? Just it's a couple comforts in life. That's one of my things. I'm supposed to get rid of chocolate, but it ain't happening. It ain't happening. All right. Ty says goal is to complete 5 novel first drafts. All right. Publish at least one. So you're going to be busy this year, Ty. That's awesome. And B Matrix says no goal, just to continue to learn and refine my craft. Well, that's a goal in and of itself. I mean, yeah, it's not it's a bit of a moving target, I'm sure, but yeah, that's still a very good goal to have for the year. And Presentes Momento is my goal is to enjoy writing again. Yeah, we all have those moments where we fall off the bandwagon and writing isn't fun. So just find ways to keep it fun. And when you're trying to figure out what to do the thing that's going to be the most fun. And I hope that you get there. Okay, Hunter, my goal is to finish my world building on. I'm not sure what WA. Is that YA or is it something else? Illuminate me and then make it pretty. All right. Nice goal. And then Travis, I read Think Again by Adam Grant on my plane ride yesterday. It has transformed some of my approaches to how I present my work, and I'm revising my upcoming conference session. Cool. I haven't heard of that book. I'll have to take that name down. Okay. Oh, Tammy, this was a good one. Submit a short story to the Writers of the Future next deadline. So I believe I'm not sure. I have it on my calendar, but I believe they should be open here pretty soon. So the next deadline is obviously, I think, like March 31st. But I think for anyone who wants to submit to the contest, if anybody doesn't know, the Writers of the Future is a pretty prestigious short story contest. And a great launching ground for new writers. So if anybody hasn't heard of it and you've got some short stories laying around, I would encourage you to take a look at it. It doesn't cost you anything. So yeah, that's a great goal. Okay, Danielle, complete my 2 novel drafts and publish a new tabletop RPG. Very, very cool. If I could ask, what is the tabletop RPG about? Because I know some people are into tabletops, so be sure to share. Bethany, I need to read more. Yeah, we all need to read more. Okay, Hunter, World Anvil. Okay, yeah, I have heard of World Anvil, the story building software, if I remember correctly. So That's awesome. Well, God, thank you all for sharing your goals. That's good stuff, and certainly, I hope these power hours can help you get to the goals. And I hope you guys had a great holiday. Hope you had a great New Year, and hopefully you were able to kind of recharge and rest. I don't know about you, but I did a lot of writing over the holidays. Like I never really rest. Like I'm just always writing. Is kind of how it goes. I guess I can share some of my goals for the year. I just finished book 92 in my catalog, and I am aiming to get to book 100 this year. So it's going to be a lot of work, but I think I can get there. So pretty much everything I'm doing this year is going to be around that. And then I'm also going to be focusing on marketing a little bit more than I have in the past as well, because once I've got 100 books, it's like, okay, that's a great goal, good milestone. You hit it. Now what? So I need to like really look back at my backlist, and I've got a ton of book ones and a ton of other things that I could promote to my newsletter and other communities that I've built, and I just haven't really been doing that. So I need to get better about that personally. Like I need to be a good author and actually send out newsletters this year. So we will see, right? But yeah, so that's my main goal. And then I've got some travel this year. I'm going to be at London Book Fair. I'll be in Superstars at Colorado Springs. There's another writing conference I may be at. I can't quite announce yet, but that's probably going to be overseas as well. So it should be a busy year. And yeah, so all good stuff. Okay, some more comments came in, and then I have a quick announcement, and then we can get into our first session. Okay, Deb, working on World War II romance. Welcome. Okay, City of the Lost, a game to play story similar to Silent Hills. Oh, cool. That's awesome. I'm assuming, is Silent Hills a tabletop RPG, or are you talking about the horror Silent Hill? Because I just saw that they're remaking Silent Hill 2. And that's going to be really fun. All right. Oh, thank you guys for the kind words on book 100. I appreciate that. It's going to be fun. Yeah, it's going to be fun. Pretty much this year has to be beast mode year. All right, Tammy, great day in the morning, 100 books. Awesome. Okay, good stuff. Okay, so I do want to let everybody know this is the first place I'm announcing it, so I'm kind of battle testing this pitch. So I've been hard at work on a Kickstarter for my Good Necromancer series, and it's not live yet, but it's going to be live probably later this month. I'm launching a campaign to basically fund the hardcovers. It's a very small dollar campaign. I was going to do this anyway, but Kickstarter is a really cool platform to help me give rewards to people that buy books. Because like I can publish a book and people can go buy it and that's all good. But with this, I can actually give rewards, and I can do like behind the scenes stuff and, get creative with stuff. So that's coming. If anyone is interested, you can go to authorlevelup.com/Kickstarter. There will be lots of packages. You can get the Good Necromancer series. It's urban fantasy about a necromancer who uses his powers for good. And you can get ebook, paperback, and hardcovers. The hardcovers will be dust jackets. So those are ready to print. And, I'm just waiting on proofs to make sure there's no issues with the printing. And then I am offering, just as a limited, very, very small feature, because people have asked me to do this for a long time. I am offering some consulting for this. I think it's only like 3 slots. So they'll probably fill up quick. But if anyone here is interested, I'm telling you guys first, you can check out the Kickstarter, and you can go to that link, and there's a little button that says notify me on launch, and you'll get notified as soon as it launches. So, yeah, Kickstarter is like Kickstarter. If anyone is interested in like building your marketing chops, Kickstarter is like a full body workout. Like it's like every skill I have or need to have for marketing, Kickstarter like makes you do it. Like you've got to write lots of copy, you've got to create lots of images, you've got to do videos, you've got to really think about your rewards and structures. It was crazy. And so it's ready to go, but I had a lot of people look at it. It's like some friends, writer friends who've run some successful ones, and it's kind of nuts, but it's kind of the Wild West right now. So if anyone is interested, if you've got a new book coming out, I really encourage everybody to look at it, because there are lots of readers on Kickstarter, and it seems like the publishing category continues to grow, and it's not really that saturated right now. Like, there's very few places in the publishing community that are like not saturated. So anyway, I'm going to get off that soapbox, but I just encourage everybody to look at it because it's pretty cool. Okay, a couple comments and then we will jump into it. Let's see. Ken, I'm new to your channel and enjoy your content. Just wondering if you know of an Alan Watts book. Oh, Alan Watts. I thought you were talking about the other Alan Watts. Okay. 90-Day Novel and his emphasis on dilemma. I have heard of that book and I have seen it. I have not read it, so I can't comment on it, but I will certainly write that down and take a look at it. Okay. Good or best places to get info on entering contests and submitting work to magazines. Yeah, there really aren't any. There used to be a really good website called Raylan, and that's gone now. So really the only one I can think of, and honestly, it's really not, it doesn't hold a torch to Raylan, is Duotrope. But you got to pay a subscription for Duotrope. So yeah, unfortunately, I was hoping somebody would take up the mantle from Raylan, but yeah, we're kind of in a weird spot right now, unfortunately. Okay. Yeah, okay. Malamir, I did a successful Kickstarter campaign in 2021. I took pre-orders for my latest creation this time. Yeah, well, congratulations on your campaign. That's awesome. Yeah, it's I don't know, it's one of those things where it's like it's been around forever and I haven't taken advantage of it, and seems like there's some readers there, and you can bring your existing audience, and just seems like a cool time. Okay. Lou, there isn't a lot of books on Kickstarter because of the platform's nasty reputation for being full of scams. Yeah, I have heard of some people. My wife bought something on Kickstarter once and it was a pile. So, I believe that. I do. And that's why, but I do think that they're enjoying a reputation boost. I think eventually there'll be a renaissance, and I think a lot of people will be on Kickstarter, but yeah, you might be right there. Okay. Well, hey, everybody, let's go ahead and get started on our first session. I'm going to throw some time on the screen. You guys know what to do. And yeah, we'll be back in 20 minutes. Happy writing, everybody. Okay. Hey, we got our first writing session for 2024 done, everybody. Celebration. Cue, what is it? DJ air horns. Yeah. I have these sound effects, but I don't. I always forget to use them. So that's one of my New Year's resolutions for this power hour is see if I can get some more sound effects and spice this up a little bit. Okay, we had some comments come in. Okay, so let me know. How did you do? How did everybody do? I literally got an email from my cover designer, like right when this started. So I got no writing done. I had to review a design and give some feedback. So, but I'm going to write the next session. So, what did everybody else get done? And it doesn't have to be writing, it could be any kind of productivity. All right, Ishin, and I hope I said your name correctly. I missed lots of streams, and I think no notifications come my way. Well, remember to click that little bell. And I'm late for this one, but I'm here now and happy to be here. Happy New Year. Well, Happy New Year to you too. And my goal, number one, is to have a good study in painting space like I used to, so I will likely have to move. Goal number two is to continue to do volunteer work, but a bit better than I did in 2023. Well, that's awesome. That's awesome that you do volunteer work. And final comment. I'm in India, so I'm too tired to write at night. I'm just here because you guys motivate me. Oh, well, we're glad to have you here. Okay. Oh, a bunch of comments. Okay. Indongasit Usen, and again, I know I butcher some of your guys' names. I just have some grace on me. My goals: release 2 poetry collections and a romance novel. I also want to begin my author platform. Well, this is a good year to do it. Awesome. And let's see. Okay, we do have some questions that came in. Okay, question is from Ty. How many years have you been writing for now? I am curious how long it took to be able to write a novel in one draft. Yeah, oh gosh. Professionally, I have been writing since 2012. So 12 years. How long did it take me to write my first book in one draft? I would say I achieved that sometime around 2016. So yeah, it was about 4 years or so. I didn't master that though until a few years after that. So it takes a while, but it just takes a commitment. I think the thing that I did when I decided to give up outlining, my book Android Paradox was the last book I ever outlined, and I just decided to try to get a little bit better with every book. So, like, I outlined Android Paradox, book 2 in that series, Android Deception. I didn't outline it, but I still revised the heck out of that book. There were probably, I don't know, 5 or 6 drafts. So I said, okay, can I write the next book in 4 drafts? And so I wrote the 3rd book in that trilogy in 4 drafts. And then I wrote my next book in 3 drafts. And so I just kind of whittled away at it. So so anyway, you just don't get there overnight. It takes some time and some commitment and some practice. And you're going to have some practice novels that get you to the point of one draft, but it can be done. It can be done. Okay. Ty says, I'm working on edits after my copy edit was returned, so no word count. Well, hey, that's good. It's still productive. And then Jonathan, 360 words. Ty, 1.5 chapters in editing. Hollow Arc Games, 100 or 400 words this session. I like that avatar, by the way. That's a really cool avatar. It looks like it's like the Joker and the Riddler combined from Batman. It's really cool. Okay, Drone Pro. Went through first 5 chapters in my outline and cleaned my desk. Yeah, cleaning the desk is important. My desk is a mess right now. So I'm you reminded me I need to clean mine. Lou, portable cereal, then wrote a paragraph about 3 sentences so far while eating. Hey, gotta eat. And then Dino, hello from the Philippines, developing a new piece of flash fiction for a contest. Awesome. And then Aaron says, I'm not a writer myself, but wanted to stop by and say thank you. You made my friend so happy when you would answer his questions each week. Friend Wyland. Oh, okay, well, thank you for stopping by. Hopefully Wyland will stop by as well. So be sure to tell Wyland hello. All right. Let's see. Lou, I have a question too. What are your questions on writing a novel, pen and paper? Is it still a valid method nowadays, or is it outdated? No, it's not outdated. No. I mean, you can do it. The problem with it is that it's just a difficult. Um, it's just difficult to digitize everything. So if you write a novel with pen and paper, you're gonna have to get it digitized so that you can publish it, right? So either you're gonna have to type that out by hand, or you're gonna have to, I don't know. You're gonna have to like hire someone to do it for you, or you're gonna have to do an OCR, like use an OCR service to like digitize the text, and that's never perfect. So it's not that it's not a bad idea. It's just that it's just going to take you some time to get everything in, and that's going to require additional editing, and then there's potential typos and things like that. So nothing wrong with doing what you're doing, but yeah, pen and paper, nothing wrong with it, but it's just going to take some more work to get you from point A to point B. Okay. Levue Loop recently discovered the joy of writing on actual paper and have been looking for ways to incorporate that. Yeah. So if you enjoy it, by all means do it. Just know that there's going to be some extra steps. It's going to have to be a labor of love. Okay. Hollow Arc Games, hello from Sweden. A friend have continuously shown me your content and it is inspiring. Thank you for your videos, and I'm learning more and more because of them. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. And Aaron, oh my God, this is really bad news. Okay, so thank you for letting me know that, and thank you for letting everybody else know. So everybody knows Wylan. I mean, Wylan showed up every month. I always had a ton of questions, and I just I'm kind of speechless, honestly. Wylan was a really big fan of mine, and so guys, I'm gonna need a minute. So why don't we go ahead and jump to our second session? Those of you who knew Wylan, let's give him some praise, and certainly rest in peace. All right, so let's go ahead and jump to the second session. Okay. All right. Thanks. All right, gang, we are back. Hope everybody had a good writing session. I'm in the process of getting some information about Wyland that I hope to pass along. So while I'm kind of doing that, let's go ahead and um, take a look at how everybody did. So it's never the sort of news that you want to get at any time, much less during a power hour. So if everybody wants to post their information in terms of what you wrote, what did you write, how are you feeling, and how what progress are you making towards your goals? I think that's ultimately the most important thing that we can do, just to keep charging forward, right? So I am working on a lot of things. I got a lot of irons in the fire right now, but I'm working on some behind the scenes notebooks for my Good Necromancer series for the Kickstarter. So this is going to be like a 20,000 word book, 20,000 words of behind the scenes of the book, and yeah, it should be fun. Okay, Jonathan, 280 words this session. Nicely done. Yeah, Jonathan, that's a good point. Writing can take your mind off of troubles in life. Yeah, it can, and that's that's the beauty of being a writer, in that you really can, like, it helps you escape, right? I mean, you can write to kind of teach people stuff. You can also write as an escape, and I think that writing is the best escape there is. But you always have to come back to it. but it can at least, at least serve as a therapy session, help you wrestle with the problems you're trying to deal with. And then, you can come back, come back to it, maybe with a better mind. At least that's for me. I mean, I think writing is like a really good thinking session. It's almost like prayer. It's a moment where you can kind of retreat and be with yourself, with your thoughts, be able to express them, learn how to express them, all of that. All right, Drone Pro, 5 or 6 more chapters reviewed. Is it okay to make some significant changes to my story after my first outline review with my reviewer? Can I make significant changes to my story? Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, it's. I mean, that's par for the course. I mean, I don't know any writer that can write an outline and stick to it 100%. It just, there are going to be deviations, and the reason for that is because it's kind of the old adage, the map is not the territory, right? So you can look at a map of a place and you can think you know it, but until you actually set your boots on the ground and start walking it, you don't really know the territory, right? And so an outline is really just a map. It's not the territory. When you actually sit down and start writing the book, there might be some things with the setting that you didn't think about. There might be some things about, B comes after A, but you forgot about, D. And so C doesn't make sense and that sort of thing. I'm kind of torturing that analogy. But anyway, I'm just saying that that's actually what you're experiencing is actually perfectly normal. And it would actually be weird if you adhere to your outline 100%. Now, I think the problem that comes up is, okay, it's okay to deviate from your outline, but how much, right? If you're deviating from 100% of it, then, that's a problem. But, if you're deviating for, by 10% or something like that, it's probably okay. So anyway, what you're experiencing is pretty common. Okay, Lou, does anyone know how to check word count on Google Docs on mobile? That's a good question. I think you can, but Google doesn't make it easy. So I if anybody knows, comment. It's been a while since I've used Google Docs on mobile, so I'm not the person to ask on that. All right, Ty, feeling pretty good. Plan on publishing March 1st, so plenty of time for getting advanced readers. Awesome. Yeah, March 1st will be here before you know it. So it's good. You're getting advanced readers now. Okay, presentes momento, writing has saved my life so many times I've lost count. I think that's true for all of us. True words. And Dino, research for my flash fiction. It needed to go in another direction. Yeah, it's always fun, isn't it? It's always fun when you think it's going to go one way and it goes another. Kind of back to what Drone Pro said. Okay, Hawkins, an editor would flip through manuscripts looking for empty space. Empty space meant it was dialogue heavy. I can't remember if that was supposed to be good or bad. Is a lot of dialogue good or bad? Well, okay, so this is one of those answers where the answer depends on the context. It depends on what's going on in the story. So there are some writers that write almost exclusively dialogue. I mean, sometimes you read their novels and it's like you're reading a screenplay, and there are other writers that there's not much dialogue at all. And I think that the happy medium, the happy family is somewhere in the middle. Okay. So that said, though, depending on what's happening in your story, there are going to be times when you want a lot of white space, and there are going to be times when you don't. So, for example, if a character, and I'm just giving some simple examples, okay? So, as a simple example, if you are introducing okay, let's say that a character enters a new setting for the first time, and you're describing the setting, you're probably not going to do that with dialogue, right? So you're probably going to have less dialogue on that page, at least for the time that you're describing the setting. Now, if you've got two characters that are in a car driving, well, unless, the character's describing what's going on outside, as he's driving by or as they're driving by, maybe you do want to have some white space because you've got two characters in a car and they're talking, white space makes a little bit more sense. So when you're in dialogue, it can work. But then the other problem with that is you don't want the whole page to be white space. So you've got to break it up. You've got to layer it. So if you've got two characters that are in a room talking, the reader can forget the setting. They can forget that there are two characters in a room talking. So the most important thing to do is to, what I like to do, and this is something that a lot of the mega bestsellers do, is you'll get a block of dialogue. It might be 200 words, 250 words, and then they'll slowly reintroduce the setting. It's kind of the classic. It's a bit of a stereotype, but it's 100% true. Two characters in a restaurant talking, and then the waiter comes and wants to take their order, and then they start talking some more, and then the waiter comes back. It's a bit of a cliche, but I think that that's actually really good writing advice, in that it's a good way to think about your dialogue, being able to break it up. So something should be happening while your characters are talking. It doesn't matter what it is, but something should be happening, and the reader should be reminded of the setting and what's going on around the characters. So I hope that answered the question. I know I sometimes I take a bit of a scenic route, but writing is all about context. What works in one context doesn't work in another context, and really it's up to us to figure out how that works. Okay, Lou, 120 words. Jonathan, ARC distribution with hidden gems for my novel. I'll let everyone know how that goes. Okay, yeah, please let us know how that goes. I have not. This is like the third or fourth time I've heard of hidden gems. So the service that I use is Book Sirens and Book Sprouts, or Book Sprout. But let me know how that goes, Jonathan. I'm very curious. Okay. Hollow Arc Games. I'm writing a sci-fi book about alien sea creatures who are trying to adapt to people showing up on their planet. All right. That's pretty cool. And got 750 words done on it so far, all of them in this session. Well, hey, you're making good progress. Good stuff. Okay. Well, why don't we jump into our third writing session, and let's get it done, guys. So I'm going to put some time on the screen, and I'll be back in 20. Talk to you soon. Okay, everybody. We made it through another power hour. Can you believe that? I mean, it's just kind of crazy. So, I want to know, what did you get done? How are you feeling? And then what is your writing goal for the end of the weekend? Cuz, we started off the power hour with a good good burst of productivity, but we got a lot of weekend left. So, for those of you who are continuing to write and continuing to do stuff, what do you want to accomplish this weekend? So I'll share my goal. So what I want to accomplish this weekend is I need to finish editing this behind the scenes notebook of The Good Necromancer ahead of my Kickstarter. So um, yeah, so I got to finish that, and then I'm probably going to start a short story myself. So I've got some short stories ideas that I want to work on. My goal this year is to write 6 short stories. So a year is a really long time, but it flies by quickly. So I could probably need to start that as soon as possible. So that's my goal for the weekend. So let's see. While we wait for everybody else's to come in, I got to thank Travis Stoll. Thank you so much for the super chat, my friend. I appreciate you showing up to these power hours, and I appreciate the generous super chat. Okay. Oh, Jocelyn is here. Jocelyn's in the house. Hello, Jocelyn. Good morning. Good to have you here. CL is joining and writing as well. Hello, CL. Good to have you here. And we have a question from Indongasit Usen. And again, you please help me say your name correctly, because I want to make sure I do that. Formatting question: do I have to merge separate documents into one before putting them into a program like Judo? I have only used the free trial of Judo, and it's been a few years. For those who don't know, Judo is ebook formatting software. And I believe, and somebody correct me if I'm wrong, I think Judo can only do ebooks, but I could be wrong about that. That was true a few years ago. I don't know if maybe they've expanded it. But Judo is actually really cool because it gives you more customization and flexibility than some of the other apps on the market. But it does have a bit of a learning curve. So anyway, to answer your question, I don't know if you have to merge everything together. I don't know if Judo has a file split option where you can upload a Word doc, but I do know that they have tutorials. I think they've got tutorials on their website. And if they don't, I know that it's popular enough that you could probably find something on YouTube about importing stuff. I hate that to be my default answer, but I know you could find the answer to that relatively quickly, hopefully. But hopefully it doesn't require a lot of effort on your part to do whatever you want to do here, getting everything merged. Because yeah, importing your documents can kind of be a pain. Okay. And it looks like Des is here. Hey, it's better late than never, right? So all good stuff. And Francis says, I now have 2 ways to write this story and have a new character that popped up. So I think I'll do a separate story, or the character will haunt me. Yeah, characters can haunt you sometimes, especially when you don't write. When you don't write for a while, they'll really get in your head and start talking to you. I'm exaggerating, but actually for some people that actually is true. But okay, Abigail, is setting aside 1 hour a day enough to get a nonfiction book done in 4 months? 60,000 words is the goal. Oh yeah, Abigail. I'll speak for myself. Okay. I can write nonfiction very quickly. And then the reason for that is because I don't know what it is. It's just, I guess I write like I talk. And so it just comes out faster. If you've never written nonfiction before, you might find that's the same thing for you. Now, if there's more research, or you're trying to present your case or be more persuasive with your arguments, more layered nonfiction, then it might take you a little bit more time. But yeah, 4 months should be plenty of time. And I find that I can usually go double the speed with nonfiction that I can with fiction. So it takes about the same amount of time to edit, but yeah, that's a pretty good goal. I think you can accomplish that. Yeah, Francis makes a good point. I think it will boil down to how fast you type. Yeah, for sure. I mean, that is important. I mean, if you're hunting and pecking, with 2 index fingers, it's gonna take you a minute. But if you take some keyboarding classes, or if you do what I do, which is I just dictate while I walk my dog, then it's all good. I can get 60,000 words done, no problem. But it just depends on your speed. All right, Jonathan says no word count, got called away for something else. Hey, that happens to us all. And this weekend, I want to write a short story I'm working on and maybe finish it. Nice goal. And Lou, I think around 191 this session. And Ty edited another chapter, plan to finish the last 4 chapters of the book, and then reread the novel Sunday and make sure it's good to go. Awesome. And good luck with that. That's great to be in the final stages of your book like that. And then Hawkins, Brandon Sanderson says he lets the reader put down the book. But if a reader puts down a book, they may not pick it back up. Do you think hooks and cliffhangers? Yeah. Do I like hooks and cliffhangers at the end of chapters? Absolutely. Yeah, I'm not aware of that particular quote by Brandon Sanderson. I mean, Brandon Sanderson is a master writer. So, I mean, he can do things that mere mortals can't. But I would say that for the rest of us, cliffhangers and hooks, ending your chapters on cliffhangers is a good thing. And there's an art to that I can't go into today. But yes, I mean, the best way to learn how to do cliffhangers is to pick up thriller novels. Thriller novels are the best way to study cliffhangers. And when you read it, read the ends of the chapters. Well, read the whole book, of course, but when you go back and study it, read the ends of the chapters. That will make a big difference in your writing. Okay, Drone Pro goal for the weekend is to get 2,000 words into my new thriller. Jocelyn, making progress, it looks like. And Lou, I don't have any real goals this weekend. And Francis, I think I finally decided I do not like my ending. Well, you can change it. And Bling Cicero, howdy y'all. Howdy Cicero. And Francis, this weekend is to rewrite the parts I don't like and take notes. And Lou says maybe writing nonfiction is easier because you know that the right versus fiction, where you have to think. I'm sorry, I'm getting tongue-tied. Maybe nonfiction is easier because you know what to write versus fiction, where you have to think and come up with everything. Oh, absolutely. With nonfiction, I mean, you're just basically. I mean, I like to think of nonfiction. It depends on the type, but the type I write, I like to think of it as I'm just talking to a friend while I'm in a car driving, and you're having a conversation, and that makes it go a little bit easier. And Cynthia is in the house. Cynthia finally made it. Well, welcome, Cynthia. Glad to have you here. And yeah, Francis says, all hail Scrivener. Yeah, Scrivener's a great app. It's a great app. So lots of fun. And I've done lots of videos for it on the channel. All right. So it looks like I'll give things about another 30 seconds to come in for comments. And then I want to say a few words about Wylan. Okay, just waiting for any last minute questions to come in. Okay, so we all got the news that regular Power Hour subscriber Wylan passed away last month. His friend Aaron stopped by to let us know. And, this is never something you want to hear, especially about a friend. And, Wylan asked just such insightful questions on this Power Hour. And he was always such a great personality, had so much energy. And, he helped to make this Power Hour what it is, and I'm so grateful for the time that I got to spend with him, and certainly the email exchanges that I had offline with him, and just for knowing him. And Aaron was so kind to share a picture of Wylan. And so what I wanted to do was just dedicate this live stream to him. And, we all mourn him, and we keep him and Aaron and Wylan's family and his children in our prayers during this difficult time. And, it's just, I think a good reminder to all of us that nothing is promised, and that, writing is a beautiful thing. And Wylan had some books that he was working on, and he was really proud of them. And we just honor Wylan and honor his family and honor his books. And yeah, we're definitely going to miss him. He's going to be sorely missed. And so I want to end this Power Hour by dedicating this to him. And I want to share a picture that Aaron was so kind to share. And I'm just going to end the show on that. So if you guys just want to give me one moment, I'll end this on a moment of silence here for him. And yeah, one sec. So rest in peace, my friend.